So today we got something a little different than yesterday, just because I didn't wake up till like 2 p.m. today. I'm pretty lazy, but I went to the gym for a little bit and then I walked to get some eats. But today, like, I just kind of wanted to share my testimony with you guys, just in case like this does end up being something that grows. I want people to like kind of have a story of like where like everything started. So I just want to pray for over everyone today. Dear Lord, thank you for this beautiful day you have yet again blessed us with, Lord. I will continue to thank you for that, Lord, because just every day is a new blessing for new opportunities to get to share your word, Lord. Thank you for allowing me to be safe, allowing me to get food that nourishes my body, Lord. And I want to pray over everyone watching this, hoping my testimony can reach out to people in ways I didn't know that it could, because you never know what people are struggling through, and a testimony can be a huge example of what God's love can be. So in your name we pray all of this, amen. All right, so first I want to start off, because I always forget to mention this, but like I grew up as a Catholic, but like my family's Hispanic, so like as a kid, like I didn't really understand what they were saying, because I was a tiny kid. The only reason I would go to church because my mom was like, if you guys behave in church, we'll get you McDonald's after. So I was like, all right. But that's besides the point. So I grew up Catholic my whole life, or in a Catholic household, I guess. And then so recently, or not recently, it was like last year, but before what I'm about to say. So like sophomore year, I was really going through some stuff, just like school and everything had me stressed out, and like I ended up resorting to self-harm. I've said that in a previous video on my old channel, but I lost that, so I'm trying to share that with you guys today. I still have the scar, if you guys can see that. Oh, where's it at? Here, I'll zoom in real quick. That's the scar. And it just hurt because my mom never knew any of the stuff I was going through. And just like seeing her cry on my shoulders when we were at the hospital, not knowing what her son had been going through, it just like really hurt my soul. And like still at the time, I really didn't know Jesus. I wasn't like following him. So that whole situation happened. And then April of dude, it feels like it wasn't that long ago. I think it's 2 years. I think it's been 2 years without him now. April, we were at the beach for my friend Tyler's birthday party, and you know, it was all good. We were supposed to have like a good time. We went to Jungle Rapids before, and we were at the beach, and the rip currents were like really bad. And my friend David, awesome guy, like he was like living out his faith, like, and none of us really were. He was the only one chasing that feeling of God, and he was just a great person. And so he goes into the water, and like he was a little deep in, and we didn't think much of it, but like we saw him gradually getting like farther and farther, and like before we realized it, he was drowning. And I tried to like run and get help, but like being on the beach, it was just very hard. Like by the time I got to Tyler's parents, Tyler and Taylor were already like in the water trying to save him. And I think the biggest thing, like obviously it hurts losing a friend, but the biggest thing is like being there to witness it happening, knowing I couldn't do anything about it. But instead of blaming God why, and like asking him why it happened, I just really wanted to find that feeling that David was chasing. Because like he was soon to get baptized like the day or the week after. I tend to forget, but he was just living out a great life. And like I just remember vividly just crying for a week straight and wondering why him out of all people, because he was like one of my like first family friends that we met when we first moved to North Carolina from Texas. And I don't know, it just really hurt. But after that whole situation, I just like wanted to get more involved in like the church, and that's when I met a group of guys. Burke Boys is their name. They're just awesome group of guys, and I wanted to invite me to like a Bible study. So I kind of like would text some of them, and they would bring me along. They would take me to church, and just like over time, I could just see like what God's love really was and why David was trying to chase it so much. And obviously, you know, I had my ups and downs. Like, you know, doubts are always going to be there. But I just knew it was a life that I really wanted to like I desired the life with Jesus. I just wanted, like, my first intention was just to make David proud, because it was what he was trying to live out. That as time went on, I just realized it was a life that I genuinely enjoyed, like just the community and like just being able to have all of this positivity spread it around me was just amazing. And it led me to being baptized last summer. Wow, that's crazy. It was last summer, and it was going great. Like, the summer was going great. I was like up in my faith. I was like following Jesus. And then right before it was about to be my senior season, I played like non-conference games, and then as soon as the conference started, I injured my knee. Shout out to Austin. I forgive him for doing it. But yeah, and it was just, I mean, it definitely really got to me. I think it would have been way worse without my faith in Jesus, but just because I had the faith that, you know, it was all for a greater purpose, I didn't really mind it too much. And I think one of the biggest things that helped me get through it was a girl that just like was brought to me in the right time and just saved me from all the like sadness that I could have gotten myself into. And yeah, that was another thing that like definitely like could have got me down in the dumps, but I didn't let it, just because I was like taken in by my friend Fisher's family for a little bit, because they really helped me out a lot. And he was the pastor of a church I go to, so they definitely helped that process a lot. And then, so that happened. And then, church camp. We went to church camp last summer too. Like right before the school year started. It was like in June. Best time ever. Like, when I tell you, you can feel God's presence at those church camps. It truly is felt. That's where I felt like just me and my friends, because we all went. And I just remember the last night we were all crying, because we were like, David's like looking down at us. He's so proud of us. And I just like started tearing up. I was like, he's right here with us. Like, I just feel his presence. And it was just amazing to be able to feel his presence there. And I was like, this is not like a made up feeling that I'm feeling right now. This is God's doing. And so obviously, if I have that feeling, I'm gonna want to keep chasing that over and over. And I will say, like, just because you don't feel God's presence all the time doesn't mean he isn't there. Like, I can promise you that God still makes miracles happen. And so yeah, church camp happened, and that was really cool. And then coming back from church camp around last year, my stepdad left the house as well, and which already sucked, because I grew up without my father, and that was never great. Obviously, you know, I grew up without him, so I didn't really think too much about it growing up. But then when my stepdad left, I just felt like a complete failure. Like, I felt like I didn't have a father figure to teach me these simple stuff, a father figure to just be proud of me, and it just really hurt. But like over time, I started to realize that God was always there. He was that father figure that I always prayed for, always cried for, always wondered why I didn't have one. He was just there waiting in open arms and just got me through everything. Like, there's been certain stages where I like wondered like, what is even the point in life? And just like, as I kept following Jesus, I kept finding more and more and more answers to just keep me striving. And I mean, I'm not the perfect person. Like, I failed countless people countless times, and it's something I can never like forgive myself for. But it's hard not to forgive myself, because who am I not to forgive myself if Jesus can forgive me every single day? And I think it's just something that amazes me, how God can just love someone so much even after doing them so wrong. He's not even mad. He's just wanting you to be there and just wanting to grow that relationship with him. And it was just something I always struggled with, like the doubts of just like, what's gonna happen after death? Like, what's the point? You know, I said that in my last video, but I think, like I said, the more and more I chased, the more and more I found out. And I'd say that those are definitely the biggest parts of my testimony. And yeah, God is so amazing, bro. Like, there's just like so many stuff he's done in my life. There's my circle, my blessings. It's amazing, because like my family isn't in the best position right now with my stepdad leaving and all, but you know, we're making it happen, and I truly do believe that's God's doing, because my mom, she broke down the other day because like she told me we were struggling, and like she didn't want to cry, but like I gave her a little hug, just to let her know that God's got us and we gonna be all right. And I just know she felt God, and she needed that hug because she was really going through it. But I know God's always gonna have us, and yeah, that's my biggest testimony story. I tried to like shorten it up because I didn't want to make it too long. I just wanted to, you know, for you guys to get to know me a little bit more, and hopefully that can like, you guys can relate to that a little bit. So I will definitely be back to running tomorrow if I'm back home. If not, I'll still make a video of some sorts. But I hope you guys really enjoyed. I hope you guys can relate to this on any level, and if you can, please don't hesitate to reach out. Like, I really want to get to like grow my knowledge and help people as well. So yes, thank you guys. If you watch this whole thing, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have an amazing day.